Odilog TV here. Hit that like, subscribe so y'all can be notified. Yeah, you guys, we are back with another stream. Salute, Darren Collins. Salute. These chats been going crazy over the Espinoza interview. Let's cook. Yeah, man. Stephen Espinoza is just lying, right? Stephen Espinoza is lying. And and it's kind of pathetic, right? That he has switched up his story so many times, right? But the real Jerron Booth and the super Jerron Booth and his fans, and they, they're not gonna, say nothing about Steven Espinoza lying, right? They're not gonna say nothing about this man lying. Also, salute to the playback gang, because I didn't say this. Salute to the playback gang. Salute to everybody who comes in the chat. Salute to the old and new subscribers. Appreciate every last one of you guys, right? Hit that like as y'all come on in. Hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But Stephen Espinoza is just a liar, right? And it's hilarious. It's like, bro, like, just tell the truth. So let's get into this. Well, I was gonna try to wait till more people come in the building. But let's get into this, right? Because you know me, I get right to the point. And this is for educational purposes only, educational purposes only. Right now, we're gonna play an audio of Stephen Espinoza trying to explain, right, why the fight between Crawford and Boots didn't happen. And then we're gonna break down the timeline, right? Because he's lying.
They're willing to fight Boots. Did you guys send Crawford an offer to fight Jerry Ennis? There was a lot of conversations. It's not really the way the business works. Like you don't. Everyone's like, well, it's an offer. You don't sort of. I mean, there are people who do this, and it's not very effective. But you don't just, out of the blue, find a guy, send him a cold email saying, hey, you want to take this fight? No, like it's a conversation. It's like, okay, what do you want to do next? Terrence, you want to do this? You want to do that? What's the plan? I got a call, and there's been so much misinformation about this. BLK calls one day, says, we want to do Crawford versus Boots. I said, okay, you got to deal with Crawford. I know what Boots' plans are, and I can make arrangements at the same time. So you're telling me you're bringing Crawford to the table? No, we don't actually have Crawford. I'm like, okay, well, what are you paying? You're not bringing Crawford, so you're bringing money. No, we just want the fight to happen. I'm like, all right. So basically, you're a guy off the street calling me cold and saying, I'd like to see this fight. Then I talk to Crawford. Crawford says, I don't have anything with BLK. You don't need to talk to them. If you want to make a Boots fight, talk to me. You know what? Okay, talk to you. Now, this all happened, against the backdrop of we were still in the Spence negotiation. Gotcha. So it wasn't really a time to be saying, okay, like I'm not going to do that to Errol. Errol had given all of us specific instructions. I don't want anything other than Crawford fight. So I'm not going to go in and try to stick Boots in. We were 80% there.
Okay, now you guys heard that. Salute RNS1. Salute. Salute Bug on Stop Canelo. Salute. And appreciate you guys. Okay, now you guys heard that from Stephen Espinoza, right? He said it wasn't time, right? Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford was still in negotiations, right? It was 80% done, right? But I want people to go back, man, look, because we got the articles, right? So if Terrence Crawford was in deep negotiations with Earl Spence Jr., why was he doing this in January? Huh? Espinoza, you have some explaining to do. If they was in deep negotiations, and this negotiations were 80% done, Stephen Espinoza, you said they was 80% done with your lying ass. So why is Crawford going to Golden Boy talking about fighting his damn mandatory then in January? If these negotiations were so deep and they were so involved in negotiations, Earl Spence Jr. and Crawford, if they were so involved in negotiations, why is Crawford about to go and fight his damn mandatory Alexis Rocha? See, Stephen Espinoza, it's easy to catch you in lies, right? And this ain't even a picture with the date on it, but let me go back, right? Because I have another picture, and I probably have to upload it real fast, but we're gonna get it, man, because I got to show y'all dates, right? We have to see dates. It's the one with the date. Hopefully, it's the one with the date, man, because I screenshotted it. Hopefully, right, man, because I want y'all to see the date. Nope, that's not the one with the date. Hey, by Jake Donovan, it was on January 29th. The one with the date? Okay, yeah. There go the one with the date before I, cropped it and all that. There go the one with the date, right? January 29th, Terrence Crawford was in, right? He was going to Golden Boy. So how is he deep in negotiations with Earl Spence Jr., Espinoza? You're lying, right? You are literally lying to the people, and you expect people to believe this. And then he goes on to say, right, BLK Prime wasn't offering nothing, not even money. But BLK Prime wanted to fight on BLK Prime. So how was they not offering money? They wanted Boots to go to BLK Prime. Steven Espinoza is a liar. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But you're not going to hear these certain channels, right, who protect the PBC call Steven Espinoza a liar. He's a liar, right? He's a liar. Now let's go to the second part, right? Now when did Boots because I had cropped that to get to this, right? Let's take that off the screen. Now look at that date. Espinoza, BLK Prime didn't offer much to Crawford Ennis. And this is on March 10th, right? So according to Blue Blood Sports TV, after Jerron Boots Ennis had that fight with Karen Kukajan, they asked him to fight Crawford. That was still in January, right? That was still in January. And then I guess it started dwindling off. Crawford went to go and talk to Oscar De La Hoya. Then this is when Crawford, right? Like Crawford, he didn't start back talking to Spence until the 29th of March. It had a lot of time for Jerron Boots Ennis and Crawford to get a deal done to fight. And by you saying, Stephen Espinoza, that the fight was 80% done, it makes no sense, right? Because Crawford was about to go and fight his mandatory. Don't y'all remember everybody saying, "Oh, Crawford, he's about to sign to, to Oscar De La Hoya." So it's like Steven, man, like it's like, bro, like it's really, it's really sad and it's pathetic that this guy he gets in front of a camera and he just flat out lies. Oh man, um, they wasn't gonna bring nothing. They didn't have no. I mean, like shit, like BOK Prime, they didn't even have money. What? They didn't even have money. Now you're just talking just flat out stupid, right? And you expect us to believe this. Now I want y'all to go to any PBC, super fanboy channel, and they not gonna call Steven Espinoza a liar, right? But they'll call Bill one. They'll call everybody else one, right? They'll call everybody else one. Man, but they won't say that Steven Espinoza is lying his ass off right now, right? He's trying to protect Boots, trying to save face for Boots. That's what it's all about, right? Because he still advises Boots, right? Man, like the Weasel is crazy. Salute Nitty Bone. Salute Mr. T. Salute UGC. Salute Tough Glove. Salute. Man, appreciate you guys. Salute. They expect us to let that slide. Didn't happen. Second movie. Yeah, man, like Steven Espinoza just a lying piece of it's like, bro, right? Let's listen to it again. And this is for educational purposes only. It's just audio, so it don't have no video. So for educational purposes only.
They're willing to fight Boots. Did you guys send Crawford an offer to fight Jerry Ennis? There was a lot of conversations. It doesn't. It's not really the way the business works. Like you don't. Everyone's like, well, it's an offer. You don't sort of. I mean, there are people who do this, and it's not very effective. But you don't just, out of the blue, find a guy, send him a cold email saying, hey, you want to take this fight? No, like it's a conversation. It's like, okay, what do you want to do next? Terrence, you want to do this? You want to do that? What's the plan? I got a call, and there's been so much misinformation about this. BLK calls one day, says, we want to do Crawford versus Boots. I said, okay, you got to deal with Crawford. I know what Boots' plans are, and I can make arrangements at the same time. So you're telling me you're bringing Crawford to the table? No, we don't actually have Crawford. I'm like, okay, well, what are you paying? You're not bringing Crawford, so you're bringing money. No, we just want the fight to happen. I'm like, all right. So basically, you're a guy off the street calling me cold and saying, I'd like to see this fight. Then I talk to Crawford. Crawford says, I don't have anything with BLK. You don't need to talk to them. If you want to make a Boots fight, talk to me. Okay, talk to you. Now, this all happened, against the backdrop of we were still in the Spence negotiation.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't really a time to be saying, okay, like I'm not going to do that to Errol. Errol had given all of us specific instructions. I don't want anything other than Crawford fight. So I'm not going to go in and try to stick Boots in.
Yeah.
We were 80% there.
Okay, now you guys heard that. See, now Steven Espinoza is one of the biggest cappers, bro. It is, bro. Man, I salute Bruce, Gas, Boxing and Jazz. Salute, right? Like the man is just capping, right? And it's hilarious, right, man? Because we can go back and we can look at the timeline, right? This is when Crawford and Spence started back talking late March, March 30th, March 29th, right? Crawford called up Spence late March, right? Jerron Boots Ennis was offered the Crawford fight late January, early February. Crawford and Spence wasn't even talking about fighting no more. Crawford was talking about fighting his mandatory, Alexis Rocha. So you lying. And we can go and look up the articles to prove that you lying. You feel what I'm saying? But watch the PBC, like watch the super PBC fanboys. Like watch how they gonna try to cover for it. They gonna try to cover for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like he not capping, like he's just the truth teller, right? Like he just tells all the truth all the time, right? But if it's somebody else, man, like they gonna call it out, right? This is how it goes in the sport of boxing. Yeah, man, like the weasel is crazy. Like the weasel is crazy, right? Straight act like that we don't know the timeline, bro. We know the timeline. We know what's going on here, right? Stop playing with us, man. Oh, like they was in deep negotiations. They was in deep negotiations, but this was going on, right? January 29th. This is an article from January 29th. Let me put the other article up there, right? It's the other article from January 29th. It's like, come on, bro. It's a boxing scene article from January 29th. Man, but according to Stephen Espinoza, he didn't want to interfere with the Spence situation because it was 80% done. Just just lying. This is how they look at us, y'all. This is how these big business people, this is how these, these big suits, this is how they look at us. They look at us like we idiots, right? Like we can't trace a timeline. Like we don't know when you lying to us. Come on, bro. It's disgusting. Man, but everybody, like everybody on that side though, but watch how they try to make it seem like that Steven Espinoza, he tells the truth and nothing but the truth. Right? So help him God. Oh man. Espinoza the rat never answered the question. Did you send Bud a contract? Dude had a whole network. Yeah, exactly. Like he never sent the contract. He said, "Oh no, like no, we didn't want to interject, like between the Spence situation. No, you never sent the man a contract, right? Bozy put you in the business because he already know what you was gonna do. This is what I try to tell people. Bozy put him in the business because he already know what Espinoza was gonna do. He was gonna block the fight. Come on. You can't say that you loyal to somebody that you don't got no contract with. They don't have to be loyal to you, right? You have a contract through. I guess he got a contract through Cameron Duncan or something. I don't know. I mean, but according to you, right? According to you, you said you ain't never signed nothing. So NC Conquest salute, right? Now let's get into this other little thing, right? About Benavidez and Canelo. Man, so Benavidez, he could be on to some little cash right now, right? If he can get through this fight at 175, he probably can get the winner of Dimitri Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev, right, in December. Man, and Turkey Al Sheikh, he said, like that's a more, you know, those fights are more realistic, right, than what Canelo was talking about, right? $200 million. So I think this is a good thing. Benavidez, go and do your thing. Go and do your own thing. Right? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a few M's, right, for going over there. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some few M's, bro. Right? So do your own thing. Stop waiting around for these Canelo handouts, man. This is what a lot of fighters should have did. This is what I be advising fighters to do with Tank Davis, right? Salute Soul Pro, salute Real Talk Boxing, right? This is what I be advising fighters to do with Tank. The same thing. Leave them on that island by themselves. Y'all can fight each other all around him. I will fight bro. I will fight everybody around him. I won't even be speaking your name, bro. I'm gonna fight everybody around you. I don't need to fight you. Stay right there. Yeah, you gonna stay right there. Yeah. I'm gonna try to fight everybody around you. Why? Why? Because you ain't trying to fight me. I don't need you. Right? I don't need you to make money, you feel what I'm saying, to put on entertaining fights, you feel what I'm saying, to build up my legacy. I don't need you to build up my legacy. I don't need you, right? You probably the money man. Yeah, I probably will get a bigger payday if I do fight you and all that. But at the end of the day, man, as long as I keep on fighting, I keep on winning, what? Man, and that's the mentality um um that most of these boxers need to have nowadays, man. You feel what I'm saying with these so-called A sides, right? Go and do your own thing. Don't sit around and try to kiss their butt. You got to treat them all nice and man, we in a gladiator sport, but you got to talk to a dude nice. Huh? This is a sport where two men beat each other in the head, right? Almost half to death, but you got to talk to him nice just to get a fight with him. Huh? Bro, like if that's not soft, I don't know what soft is, right? Come on, man. But talk to me nice. Oh man, you got to be respectful, man, to get a fight from me. No, I thought if I disrespect you, you would want to beat me up, right? That's what I thought, man. Because that's what happens in real life, right? That's what happens on the streets, right? Like you say, you a street guy, but that's what happens on the streets. If somebody talks, trash to you, what happens? Y'all get into a physical altercation, right? Or unless you're just a sucker like that, hey, I don't know. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? Right? But that's what happens. Um, heard that Benavidez was already offered the fight by Turkey. Yeah, man, he got it right here. Like Turkey on the seat, man. He willing to put on the fight. Nah, man, he didn't put no Benavidez in the hot seat. He about to put millions of dollars in Benavidez's pocket, right? Man, I don't see what's wrong with losing, right? If he goes up to 175 and he loses to a Bivol or a Beterbiev, what's to be embarrassed about that? That's the top of the division. See, man, but people, like they don't look at it like that though. They're like, oh man, he's supposed to win every fight. Every fighter ain't gonna win every fight. Every fighter is not special like Crawford, right? Come on, like every fighter is man. Like all boxing fans nowadays, like they want their fighter to be just super undefeated, right? No, like Crawford, man, but Crawford is different. Like it got dudes, who are different. Shakur, Devin, right? Like Tank, I think Tank is different, but he don't want to challenge himself, so I never know that if he different, right? So so he always on the fence, right? It got Inoue, like me, I think that better be special. Me, like, I just think that a few guys are special. But your fighter probably don't be that special guy. and it's all right. That's what I'm money off the name. You're gonna do this, dragging in every chance you get. Yeah. Different cultures. Yeah, man. Like like I just man, Benavidez, this is the right thing to do, bro. Go up to 175. Try to get you a turkey on the sheet payday, right? Like win, lose, or draw. You got a big bag, man. Like it all depends on how you do in the fight at 175. Like you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Build up your own legacy. Stop waiting around for other people, right? Man, especially a Canelo or a Tank, man. Because everybody they know that Tank look up to Canelo, right? I hope everybody knows this. That Tank looks up to Canelo too, right? So he's trying to emulate, bro. Like he's trying to do what Canelo trying to do, right? Pick and choose who he want to fight, maneuver through divisions, fight certain fighters that um that he feel like he can beat, and that's just about it, man. And if he do accomplish, like undisputed, then he accomplished it. Come on, man. The only reason that Canelo is undisputed at 168 is because Benavidez opened up the door for him. That's the only reason that Canelo is undisputed at 168. The only reason, right? Because we know he ain't gonna fight Benavidez, and if Benavidez had the 168 title, he wouldn't be undisputed. So, man, so he trying to hold on to that as long as possible, man. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo dodged mandatories for every sanctioning body for the next 2 years, man. Canelo gonna be fighting whoever the hell he want to fight when he want to fight him. Come on, man. Man, he don't care what the hell anybody talking about. Like, I don't care what y'all talking about. Salute 913. Well, I think Turkey is right about Benavidez. Those are legacy fights for sure. Yeah, man. Now you got to go up there and do your own thing, man. This is what I'm telling Shakur. Right at 135. Don't waste your time with Tank. Try to fight whoever you can fight around him and get on, man, and go up to 140. You're gonna have more competition, all that, right? Man, like, and then I think that he probably gonna end up at 147 too, right? I think the Shakur he gonna end up at 147 too. So, like man, and then that's probably when him and Devin gonna fight at 147. Man, because they all gonna end up at 147. T.O. going to 147. Josh Taylor, they going to 147. Um, I know that Regis. I don't know about Regis. I don't know about Regis. But Regis, he probably go up to 147. You never know. Like Matias, he probably gonna go up there. They all gonna go up there, and eventually. And it's gonna be a lot of smoke at 147 in a couple years. Right. And by that time, Jerron Boots Ennis, he should be, then got what he got at 147 and gone. Right? Man, unless he gonna stay there and he gonna be drained, he gonna be the right, he gonna be drained as hell, and he gonna be trying to take on these guys that's gonna be fresh, right? Coming from 140. Man, and he gonna be drained because he trying to keep his weight down, and ain't gonna end up good, man. Right? So his best bet, Boots' best bet, get what he can get at 147. Don't deal with the PBC, right? And I'm not even saying don't deal with the PBC. This is what people get it misconstrued, y'all. I'm not saying don't deal with the PBC. You feel what I'm saying? Because they're not a good organization. Well, I mean, like, which they're really are not, right? Because they stagnate your boxing career. That's what it's all about. You got to be active, activity, 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 activity. And it seems like everybody who goes over there, their career slows down. Everybody. It don't matter who the hell you are. Your career slow down. Right? So don't you want to be an active fighter? Don't you want to make as much money as possible? Right? Man, because the more that you are in the ring, the more different styles that you fight, the better you're gonna become. Man, but if you in a, like you have one fight, you have one fight every 12 months, you having one fight every 14 months, you having one fight every 11 months, no, you bound to get beat. Somebody's gonna beat you. Right? It's gonna be a more active fighter. He gonna have 2 or 3 fights that year. You're gonna be coming off a 12-month layoff. He gonna be very active. You're gonna get in the ring rusty. He gonna beat you up. Right? Like it ain't about promotional companies. It ain't really like with Jerron Boots Ennis, it's about title defenses right now. It ain't about unifications, right? Because he said something in that interview too. Like y'all got to go and look at that interview. Like it's on Aki TV. Like he said something about the Mario Barrio situation too, right? Mario Barrios not about to fight Boots. See, look, and the thing about it is that Bozy is still listening to Steven Espinoza like he's telling him the truth. Steven Espinoza lying to you, man. He lying to this man, right? Man, now he's not being honest with Boots and telling Boots, hey, Boots, if you don't officially sign to the PBC, bro, I don't know if I can guarantee you these fights. And even if you do sign to the PBC, I can't guarantee you these fights. That's what he need to be telling Boots, right? Hey, Boots, check this out, bro. Let me sit you down. Look, listen. If you don't sign with the PBC, right, you probably have, right, like your chances of getting a fight with one of their top fighters over there is, like it's gonna be very low, right? Very low, very low. But even if you do sign with them, right, it goes up a little bit, but it doesn't goes up that much, right? It doesn't go up that much. Man, because Al Heyman could be advising this fighter to do this with his life, right, with his plan, and he could be advising you to do this with your plan. Come on. This is what he did with Keith Thurman and Earl Spence Jr. But man, that's what he did with Keith Thurman and Earl Spence Jr. Right? Right. Now he told Keith Thurman had a plan. Keith Thurman had a plan. Right? Al Heyman set out a plan for Keith Thurman. And man, and Keith, he was telling us too, but he just didn't admit it like Spence did. Right? He didn't admit it like Spence did, but he said, you know, Earl Spence Jr. is gonna be my Manny Pacquiao. Right? Like we're not gonna fight for one belt, two belts, we're fighting for three belts. Right? So he had a plan. He's right. It's a plan. Al Heyman is setting this up. Okay, like you just wait until this time, and then you're gonna, and then you and Earl, y'all gonna unify for all three belts, right? But Keith Thurman lost, and Earl Spence Jr. got in a car accident, and then COVID happened, messed off everything, right? That's what happens when you marinate stuff too long. Sometimes it happens, but sometimes you can get the fight. Um, we did eventually get the Earl Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford fight, but like Earl, he wasn't, I mean, like Earl had been through a lot, right? So, Zai, salute, The guy. Salute, salute. But yeah, you guys. So like Steven Espinoza, he just gonna keep on lying, right? He gonna keep on capping, and let's see, if anybody gonna call him out, right? They love to call out Bill. They love to call out anybody else when they capping. Come on, man, because his timeline don't make sense. Your timeline doesn't make sense, right? Like, and I looked at a little video from Blue Blood, right? It seemed like that he was upset, right? Because it's trying to, man, because you're trying to make BLK Prime seem like that they wasn't trying to pay Boots, right? That's how Steven Espinoza trying to make it seem. You feel what I'm saying? He's trying to make it seem like that's that BLK Prime that they wasn't, you know, that they wasn't trying to pay Boots. That I mean, they didn't have nothing to offer. Like, what do you mean they didn't have nothing to offer? They was trying to put on the fight. You wasn't. They was trying to get Boots to come over there so they can put on the fight. So how do you say that they don't have no money when they trying to put on the fight? It makes no sense. Just a liar. But this is how it goes. Boots' best bet is to run an IBF and to have his Mando to go to purse bid. I don't know. Yeah, like like the purse bid got postponed to this week, right? The purse bid was last Monday or last Tuesday, and they said it got postponed to this week. So we gonna see if the purse bid go down this week, man. Because I think that Cody Crowley is gonna, like Cody Crowley is gonna be advised to go right the WBO route and get that belt over there, right? I think he's gonna be advised to go the WBO route and try to get the WBO title. You know why? Because if Cody Crowley can get the WBO title, it'll be three PBC fighters with titles. Now, do you think they need Boots then? No. They're gonna go on a little round robin. All around Boots, they're gonna go on a little round robin, man. Like, y'all know it's gonna be. Come on. Y'all know it's gonna happen. They gonna go on a round robin, man. If a Mario Barrios, he gonna fight Stanionis, he gonna fight Cody Crowley, he gonna fight Mario Barrios, bro. Like, and they just gonna be, just circling all around Boots. Then y'all gonna see it. Then y'all gonna get it. Then man. It's like, no, bro. We try to tell y'all these things, and then when it hits y'all in the face, then y'all finally, realize it. It's like, bro, we trying to tell y'all, and we've been like we've been trying to tell y'all for years. Oh yeah, 913. Like, he was supposed to have the purse bid on the 19th, right? On March 19th, the day of the day of it. I think Darren Collins, he came up in here, he told us that it got postponed. Right? So it got postponed for another week. It got pushed off to another week to this week. And we ain't hearing nothing about no purse bid. So is the purse bid even gonna go through? We don't know. Right? Man, but people, they mad at me because I'm just pointing out that Jerron Boots Ennis need to get his ass away from Steven Espinoza and go over there to Eddie Hearn and make him some damn money and stay active. It's nothing about the PBC. It's nothing about Black Power or no. It's about Jerron Boots Ennis staying active as a young fighter and getting title defenses and making money. Right? You can always circle back around to these PBC guys, bro. But just waiting around for them, right? Just waiting. They got the leverage on you. You waiting on them. I don't get it though. You waiting on them. Forget them. I throw up two middle fingers. Hey, check this out. Espinoza, I'm over here. right? I'll holler at you. I'll be back. But I'm over here, bro. You know why? Because I'm gonna get a fight. I'm gonna have these 3 fights. I probably could get 3 fights in. You know, no, I know I could. Man, shit. I know with Eddie Hearn I can get in 2 this year for sure. I know for sure I can get 2 in. But 3, he might, bro. He might squeeze me, right? Man, I might get 3. Come on, man. Meanwhile, you just sitting around, right? Like you just steady hitting the heavy bag, steady hitting mitts, steady training, steady doing this, steady doing that. And all the PBC fighters, they just slowly just turning you down. Nope, I don't want to fight you. Nope, I don't want to fight you. Nope, I don't want to fight you. Oh man, like the person being, hey man, but check this out. I got something to do today. Like so we're gonna have to postpone it. All right. Then when it probably comes down to a Cody Crowley, probably pull out. Then what? Then what? Then what? That's Crawford fault too? That's gonna be Crawford fault too? That's gonna be Crawford fault if Cody Crowley pull up out of this fight with Jerron Businis? I don't understand y'all fans, bro. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Y'all say y'all care about these boxers, but y'all don't. Right? Look, it be us that give these boxers constructive criticism that care more about them than y'all. Facts. Right? It be us, man, like the ones who give these boxers, right, constructive criticism, right? Like we give them constructive criticism, but we care more about their well-being than y'all do. Y'all just fanboys. Y'all just literally fanboys. Right? Because if y'all cared about Boots, y'all would be like, Boots, what are you doing? Right? That's what you would be saying. What are you doing? Y'all would be asking Bozy, what are you doing? Why haven't Boots got back in the ring since July of last year? Why? He didn't have a rematch clause holding him up like Crawford did. At least Crawford got a damn excuse. Right? At least Crawford has an excuse for not being in the ring for this long period of time. Now, what's Jerron Businis' excuse? He don't have an excuse. It's no excuse. None. Oh, well, Showtime broke down. Well, Steven Espinoza should have been told them that Showtime was breaking down, right? So they could have made some moves ahead of time, right, to keep Boots active, right? I'm just asking questions. I guess, bro, like this just really be weird, right? Now this man, he's sitting around, and we don't know what's gonna happen. Steven Espinoza still coming out capping for him, right? Trying to save face, capping, just lying, like we don't know the timeline, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like we haven't followed the timeline, Steven Espinoza, bro. Like if this is a court of law, your ass be guilty, flat out guilty of lying, right, man? Because we got the timeline to prove you lying. Oh man, like man, like the Spence and Crawford fight, oh man, like it was 80% done, right? Like it was 80% done, right? Man, but this is when Crawford got back in contact with Earl Spence Jr. March 29th of 2023, right? Crawford picked up the phone and hollered at Earl. right? So he didn't have nothing on the plate. He didn't have no fight. He didn't have any fights on the plate. The hell are you talking about? The fight was 80% done, right? Then people, they failed to realize that in May of 2023, let me see if I got that screenshot. I don't think I got that. Right? Like people fail to realize like in May of 2023, what did Earl Spence Jr. do? He replaced Al Heyman as his manager. And he got with the other guy. So negotiations were still going on in May. So how was they 80% done? Just lying. Right? Even Bozy in it said, oh yeah, man. Like they wanted us to come over there. They wanted us to come over there. I know what they was talking about. Right? They want us to come over there. But I told them, no, man, I'm loyal to Showtime. You got to talk to Espinoza. Exactly, because you put Espinoza in the way because you knew he was going to block the fight. You really didn't want to fight Crawford. You was waiting on the vacant belt that Cameron Duncan had told you that Earl Spence Jr. is going to vacate in June. You waiting on the vacant belt. Just keep it real. Keep it honest. Because we know that's what you was doing. Right? But it just really seems like you guys that we care about these fighters more. And you know, like it ain't sports prediction 101, salute. Right, like, and it ain't like, you know, like because it's not personal. Like, it's just like we just want to see you guys fight somebody, right? But these guys, you know, like they get on the internet and they act like they care about these boxers so much. Oh yeah, bro, you capping? You don't care about these boxers? Stop lying. You capping, right? Because if you cared about Jerron Booth's innocence in his career, you will tell him, "What the fuck are you doing?" You will tell him, "What are you doing, bruh?" Eddie Hearn offered you something. Top Rank offered you something. Go your ass over there and get a 3-fight deal. 3. It's only 3 fucking fights. 3. Get it over with like that. And if you still like it, you can re-sign. But if you don't, they not gonna hold you hostage over there. They can't hold no boxer hostage. Come on. But it seems like to me that, hey man, the waiting game is gonna get Jerron Boots in his beat, y'all. That waiting game is gonna get Boots beat. Man, but inactivity is killing these young guys' career before they get exactly 913. It's killing their career before they can even get started on the career. Right? He just got the belt. Just got it last year. He was supposed to defend that belt immediately. Immediate. As soon as he got that belt, he was supposed to be in the ring defending that belt. As soon as he got it. Right? He was supposed to be in a match defending that belt. But what happens? No, sitting around, steady hitting mitts, steady hitting the heavy bag. Right? All his Philly friends, they coming online capping. Right? Saying this about Boots. Boots sees this and Boots sees that and Boots sees this. It seems like that Boots team is not moving right. In my opinion, they not moving right. So they're not moving right. Sports prediction 101, salute. Right? Y'all hit that like, subscribe for your boy. Blue Hustle, man, salute, man. Like, I mean, like, if any of y'all want to come on and cook, just let me know, bro. I'll drop that link. Man, about Steven Espinoza lying butt. Right? It's a lying guy, man. Come on, man. Like the timeline don't even match up, but he's still gonna say it, right? He's still gonna say it, right? Because he know that these reporters they ain't gonna come back and and say be like, hey, bro. Now you said what? You said that they was in 80%, like on that the negotiations was 80% done. Like, how was that? I mean, when Crawford had to call back Earl Spence Jr., right, man? So how was they negotiating and the negotiations was 80% done when Crawford had to call back Spence just to even start talking back about the negotiation? So you lying, man? And then you say that they was um um that it was 80% done, but Crawford also is trying to right. He's trying to go over there and fight Alexis Rocha on Golden Boy. So how is the fight 80% done? You lying. Yeah, like they stripped Bud, but Boots is just as inactive. Exactly. They stripped the guy. Look, this is how dumb that the IBF is, right? This is just how dumb they are, right? They stripped the guy in Bud Crawford who was feared, right? Who was feared by the PBC guys, right? And they gave the belt to Jerron Boots Ennis, who was another guy who's feared by the PBC guys. So it's like, what the hell did you just do? You just gave the belt to a younger, right? To a younger guy that y'all compare to Crawford. These guys don't want to fight the older version. Why the fuck would they want to fight the younger version? Y'all compare him to Crawford, right? They ain't even think about that. They ain't even think. It's like, okay, so if we take this belt from Crawford and we give it to Boots, what's the odds of Jerron Boots Ennis getting fights with PBC guys? You know, the top guys that he can unify and all that. What's the odds of that, right? If he's not signed with the PBC, those odds are very low, right? Very, very low. Man, because the PBC, they can't benefit off of you. So you have to sign with them so they can officially benefit off of you. So we gonna see what's gonna happen, man. Like I hope he doesn't go over there. But if he signed with him, then hey man, now he sealed his fate. Right? He sealed his fate, and y'all got to deal with the consequences. He sealed his fate. Right? If he goes over there, he signs with the PBC, and people they just think I'm just really super hating on the. I'm not hating on the PBC. They have very fucking inactive ass fighters. They have very inactive fighters. Am I lying? I'm not lying. And Jerron Boots Ennis is not at the top of the food chain over there right now. Right? They got Tim Tszyu. Earl name is still bigger than his. Tank name still bigger than his. Wilder name still bigger than his. Come on. They about to build up Mario Barrios' name to be bigger than his. Watch. Man, but instead of him doing what Crawford did, right? You should have listened. Man, now you should have looked at what Crawford just did. I'll be back. I'll be back. Right? Go over there and at least talk to Eddie Hearn like, hey man, man, I said I don't want to be over here for long term. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, could you give me a 2 fight deal? Eddie will probably be like, yeah, let's see how he goes. right? See how it goes, right? You probably could negotiate a one fight deal. You never know. Let's just see how it works out, you know? I'm gonna show you that I'm a good promoter, man. I'm gonna promote the hell out of you, right? Like we're gonna put you in a good venue. We're gonna get you a good opponent. We're gonna sell this fight. Come on, man. Like man, and then you decide if you wanna, if you wanna sign long term. You never know, but you never know if you don't go over here and talk. But I guess I'll be tripping, you guys, man. They strip Bud for another inactive fighter, right? And the reason that they stripped Bud because they already knew Earl Spence Jr. wasn't going to take the rematch. I keep on telling y'all this. They already knew Earl Spence Jr. wasn't going to take the rematch, and they did not want to have Boots, right, have to order a mandatory against Crawford. Might have to really fight a mandatory against Crawford, right? So they eliminated that immediately. As soon as Spence activated the rematch, they waited like a month, took the belt from Crawford, right? Knowing that Spence is not going to fight in the rematch, right? And and we know that the IBF and Earl Spence Jr. they have a long-standing, good relationship, right? We know this. They haven't stripped this man in 5 years. He only took on one mandatory. So that's a great relationship, right? So it would be, like I would think that the IBF would know if Earl Spence Jr. is gonna really take the rematch. Right? A lot of people they don't even think about it like that. No, it's a PBC play. It's a chess move play. Right? Distract over here while you do something over here. Come on. Man, activate the rematch, Earl. Activate the rematch. We need you to activate the rematch. We know you ain't gonna fight him, but we need you to activate it. Right? Like Earl, he probably don't even know what's going on. Earl, he probably don't even know the play, but he just activate the rematch, right? He go on vacation. Right? He out of here. Next thing you know, the IBF they order a mandatory between Boots and Terrence Crawford, knowing that it's a rematch. Oh man, God, you inherited Earl Spence Jr. mandatory, but I got a rematch with Earl Spence Jr. So we're not even done, right? We're not even done with this, with this sequel. We're not even done. So could you wait until we're done and then? Oh no, man. Well, since you can't go into negotiations with Boots, I that's the bro. That's so insulting, right? I want y'all to think about, that's just so insulting, right? When somebody knows something and you know they know it and they still pulling some slick shit on you, right? They know. Wait. So IBF, when I signed the contract and like all the sanctioning bodies, like they had to agree on it and all that. You seen rematch in the contract, right? Did you see rematch? Yes or no? Yes, we seen it. So you knew I had a rematch. Yes. So why in the hell is you ordering a mandatory? So I'm supposed to take on a mandatory in the middle of a rematch? But I thought it was an immediate rematch. So, oh, this is a play. That's how I would have looked at it. I would have just looked at it, bro. Like I would have wrote the IBF like, okay, I get it now. I really get it. I get it. Like you know what I'm saying? Thanks for for opening up my eyes on the play. Right. Great play, great chess move. Great chess move. You got me with that one. Checkmate. You checkmated me with that chess move. Right. You got me with that chess move. You got me. Right. I was not expecting that chess move. But you got me. Right. You got me with that chess move. They got Crawford with that one. They got him. Right. Activate the rematch and just go away. Man, and we got to make a play on Terrence Crawford, right? So we can get Jerron Boots Ennis out of this mandatory fight. Right? Man, now so we can make Jerron Boots Ennis avoid Terrence Bud Crawford. So we can get him out of a mandatory. Man, because if he would have just waited until February 2023, until until the rematch expired, he'd be fighting Terrence Crawford right now. Or if Earl Spence Jr. would have never activated his rematch, he would have fought Terrence Crawford last year. So Earl Spence Jr. is you know what I'm saying? By activating that rematch, saved Jerron Boots in his ass. Don't y'all get it? It saved him by Earl Spence Jr. activating the rematch. The first business quarter 2024 is about and still no PBC show. Yeah, yeah, it's going into the second quarter, right? The PBC show is gonna be going into the second quarter. Yeah, it's gonna be going into the second quarter, right? So man, because it's no, oh no, what's the date? The 25th. The fight is Saturday. So yeah, the fight Saturday. It starts at 2 o'clock. Um, me, I'm gonna tune in. So I'm gonna look at it. So yeah, man. But yeah, though, you guys. But that's all I really have to say on that situation, man. Man, now Jerron Boots Ennis. Man, it seems like that we care more about your career than your so-called fanboys, bro. And like I don't know what you over there doing, but like I don't know, like we don't know all the ins and outs. We don't know all the ins and outs, but from what I'm seeing on the outside, it's not looking good, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And then from what Steven Espinoza, he said in that interview too. He said it in that interview. Oh yeah, man, like it's just a lot of man, it's just a lot of unfortunate events, man. With Jerron Boots Ennis, man. He's just see, now this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like you dealing with that, bro. You dealing with all these unfortunate events over there on the PBC. No, you dealing with a lot of stuff. Oh man, and then Mario Barrios happened. You feel what I'm saying? And then Cameron Duncan passed away. R.I.P. Cameron Duncan passed away, and then and now he's in a lawsuit with this and it, bro. It's like a snowball effect, right, man? But we gonna see, y'all. I mean, like we gonna really see, man. But if everything, if everything goes all down here for Boots Ennis, don't blame Crawford, right? Oh man, he should have dropped them belts early. He should have did this. He should have did that. No, it's not Crawford's fault, right? To be honest, man, like you can only look at Boots and this team, man, and how they moving him and how they still believe in the Weasel. I don't understand that. I don't, man. Unless Bozy was lying, like you feel what I'm saying, but he said that he didn't know that Showtime was gonna shut down. So if Steven Espinoza, allegedly, if Steven Espinoza, if he didn't tell you that Showtime was shutting down, you still trust him? You still loyal to that? All right. All right. All right, bro. You can be loyal to that all you want, but you loyal to somebody that didn't even tell you that they network was shutting down. And now you just stuck out here with no home, nowhere to go. and you getting offers from other people. Other people literally want you. Other people are, hitting up your daddy behind the scenes. They trying to get you to come over there, probably offering, millions of dollars just to come over there a couple fights. No, but you want to chase undisputed, right? Which is great. Which is great, right? You want to chase undisputed. I feel you on that, which is great. But you have to understand who you're dealing with, right? And if you're dealing with the PBC, it doesn't matter if you are signed to the PBC. You're not guaranteed to get a fight with a champion. You're not guaranteed these fights. And that's a fact. You're not guaranteed a fight at the PBC. Come on. Man, because if you was guaranteed a fight, Earl Spence Jr. and Keith Thurman would have been fought, right? No, you're not guaranteed a fight. So go do what you do, stagnate your career. I feel bad for you, but you just digging yourself in a deeper hole. And your super fans, they ain't gonna call it out. They just gonna keep on making videos of you hitting the mitts and doing all this. Okay, dude. Okay, okay. All right. But y'all got to be honest with Jerron Boots Ennis, man. Because if Cody Crawley pulls out of this fight, just imagine y'all. If Cody Crawley pulls out of this fight, what do Boots got? What do Boots got? Who is Boots gonna fight if Cody Crawley pulls out of this fight? Who is he gonna fight? Who? Crawford want money, right? Like if you give Crawford an 8-figure payday, he'll get in there with Boots, right? Man. But I'm pretty sure the Boots he gonna want a couple of M's too to get in there with Crawford. So who gonna pay for that? So who do Boots got if this fight with Cody Crawley don't, come to fruition? Who? This man is putting all his eggs in the basket of the PBC. That's crazy. That's crazy right there, right? Man, he just putting man, he just going all in PBC. It's like, okay, man, but Al don't show you. Al gonna show you, right? Y'all don't want to officially sign to us? Okay, watch this. All right. But Mario Barrios, he just gonna be fighting in Texas, doing his own thing, right? But Stanionis, they'll find they probably put Stanionis in New York, and they could put Cody Crawley. Uh, what they could take Cody Crawley? I don't know, man, because Cody Crawley from Canada, so they can get him a fan base though. So we gonna see you guys. We gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. But I'm gonna leave it right there. It's time for me to get me some breakfast. I'm gonna leave it right there, you guys. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate every last one of you guys coming through, rocking out with your boy for over an hour. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon so y'all can be notified. This is Odilo TV. I'm gone, you guys. Have a blessed one. Peace.